Hello and welcome to the No Fame Podcast Null Shore Episode 23, A Town with Secrets. We just wanted to thank you for listening to our show. We truly appreciate it. If you're listening on a platform where you can give a star rating or review on our show, it would mean a lot to us if you did that. It really helps the visibility of our show, along with it being a huge motivational boost for us. Now, let's get into this episode of Null Shore. Yeah, last session, you guys released Dexter to the wilds, gave him $50,000. Why not? After keeping him hostage in cement, it felt like the right thing to do, I guess.
It felt right. It felt right. I don't care that the rest of you are shaking your heads. It felt right, and it was a good thing to do.
It was a thing to do.
I recently got an update from him. He's actually living in upstate New York right now.
In New York.
Yeah.
He makes his own pot cheese.
Sociopaths.
Yeah, you guys let him go, which was awfully nice. I truly didn't know how that was going to go down. He'll never be seen again. He's gone forever until campaign 2 of Null Shore.
See, he did what he said he was going to do.
No,
Don't quote me on that. I'll forget about him. You guys watched Star Wars. You guys watched The Lost Frontier. Edit that. You guys watched The Lost Frontier.
The Lost Frontier trilogy. We trilled it out.
Yeah.
For most of the afternoon, and then decided around 2-ish that you had a few hours to kill before this fundraiser, and you figured, hey, let's go to the East Grave Mines and see if there is this secondary entrance to this underground facility owned by Phoenix Logistics. And sure enough, you guys managed to find it. Some of you got a little bit distracted on the way down, but it was all good. You made it down there. You disabled a little camera. You found the keypad, which Anne found a hidden note that just had the key, the number written on it for how to get into the secret facility tucked away in the keypad itself. You know, sometimes people do that. It's like an Airbnb rule, you know, you have to haul out the faceplate and the key is inside of it or whatever, right? You made it into the facility entrance, which was just like this old kind of late 70s, early 80s kind of interior vibe, old tile floors and these gross mint green and kind of cream white color walls. There's the security room on the left wall. Further down is another set of doors on the left wall. Opposite the security room is just a normal door on the right wall. And then the end of the hallway is another double set of doors. There's all kinds of debris on the floor, like little chips that have kind of come out of the wall. Even the walls have giant kind of cracks and fractures, just no upkeep over time. And who knows how it was. This probably wasn't up to code. There probably was no code for this building. And yeah, you guys kind of just walked in through this secondary entrance into this old facility of Phoenix Logistics. And that's where we pick up as you guys are here. What do you guys want to do?
How much time do we have before the event?
Probably 6-7 hours.
That's enough time to infiltrate a military establishment, right?
Have supper.
And we can stop for burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call in a...
I heard they just opened up a Five Guys. Sponsor us.
Just eating burgers in the fucking video.
Yeah. Just have to make sure the wrapper is in the video.
Yeah. You guys have a few hours before this fundraiser thingy. The lighting in here is on emergency lighting, but there's no like lights flashing or blinking. It's just this dull kind of reddish orange glow. And the lights that are actually working are few and far between. There's only one in front of the security booth and one all the way down the hallway that's actually working. And everything else is fucking pitch black, lit up by these emergency lights.
So I think Chad will slip down the hallway to go to like that second light to see if we can see anything beyond it.
Yeah, for sure. The hallway isn't that long. It's probably like 40 feet. And you get down to the end of it. It's a double set of doors. They just push open. There's no doorknob or anything like that. And they've got like little windows, kind of like a hospital door. You know what I mean? They have this slender windows down each door. Slender? Is that a word for a window?
You mean like those windows or those doors that open up like that?
They go, like fucking saloon doors. Oh yeah, I understand what you mean, Patrick. Yeah, no, sorry. Just like a standard double door that doesn't latch to anything. I didn't do door research, okay? In research.
What's the fire resistance?
To do door research.
What's the fire resistance rating?
Yeah.
They had that.
You're breaking the immersion.
They had that fire spray, but it was like 30 years ago, so it's long over.
So it was just asbestos they sprayed on the doors, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, it had to be asbestos. Yeah, you guys have. Sorry, everyone is breathing.
That's how this campaign is going to end. We're all going to die from asbestos.
Black mold poisoning.
Yeah, black mold poisoning. Thematic.
One guiding bolt into an old wall and we're done.
Fuck, I need to count for environmental.
Modern D&D sucks.
There's some doors, yeah?
Oh, man.
Yeah, there's a very obvious one that's the security booth. That door obviously leads into that security booth. And then there's two other doors that aren't the double doors that Chad went down. Chad, give me just a perception check as you're kind of down there, because that's how we play D&D.
17.
17, nice. It looks, as you kind of like look through, you see it actually goes straight into like you're in a little bit of a T intersection where you're looking at a hallway that goes left and right in front of you, but it kind of ends to your left, like through the double doors, and then it goes kind of beyond where you can kind of see out through these little windows to the right-hand side.
Okay. Yeah, so there's no people down here, though.
You don't hear anything with a 17 note. There's like a little hum, but it's almost not even noticeable. Yeah, it's hard to describe.
Poke my head into the security booth.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I didn't know if we had gone in there or not.
I think we ended the session. You guys just walked into this kind of entrance area thing or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, the security booth itself, it's just an old, like, kind of yellow CRT monitor that's there. This old kind of leather-bound wheelie office chair you always see, like, back in the late 70s is just kind of in the middle of the room. The glass that separated the security booth, like I said earlier, is fractured pretty heavily. Cracks kind of going up and going to each corner of the pane. Newspapers are piled high. They don't look current at all. And that kind of is, at a quick glance in the security booth, those are the big things that.
So it looks fully abandoned for ages.
Yeah, the computer's not on, like the monitor, there's nothing on the monitor. There's no light. It's just the light coming in from that emergency light that's outside.
Okay. Pop back out into the hallway. Not much interesting in there, I don't think.
Thought I saw some newspapers. Does seem pretty uninteresting.
Yep. I don't read so good, Ed. You know that.
Can't be too hard to learn to read a little bit better. That Chad dude goes to university or some shit. He seems like a fucking moron.
Chad knows Latin.
Chad does know Latin, assholes.
That's not a language.
He also knows French and Spanish just to fuck with everybody else too. But
Those aren't languages either.
Can I pick up one of the newspapers and see what the date is on it?
Yeah. Again, they're like covered in
It's
like
in Spanish.
yeah, they're all in Spanish.
yes, that can be useful.
No, they're fully in English. Yeah, there's like a heavy dust that's on top of them, and the paper is like the gross yellow that paper just turns over time. Or maybe someone did a lot of smoking because, you know, the 80s and stuff. The date on the top paper is like 1989, October.
Good year.
Yeah. And you see, at a quick glance, it doesn't seem like anything like average news around the shore. Like, oh, young Bill just bought his first fish, or his first boathouse, opening up a prospecting business here. And an article, you flip through to it, like the next page, and there's a little center section saying about how this big contracting company is doing work on the ski slope, and that the whole area is off limits for the season. But that's like everything else seems mundane. Like, biggest fish caught in Null shore since 1992, whatever.
So when you say newspaper, you actually mean like a single sheet of 8.5 by 14, double-sided, with like a million open spaces for ads on the sides.
It's a news leaflet.
It's like one of those fucking coffee time things you get at Mary Brown's.
Yeah.
The Bethyl residence is opening up for the first time, you know, family business.
Does it say the name of the company, or does it literally just say some big company's doing work on our mountain?
It's like,
because the way you're describing this paper, that wouldn't surprise me.
The article just says, yeah, contractors close down mountain is like the title, and then it just lists off that they're doing work, and
some fancy shirt tuckers is coming in. Oh fuck. Alright, so no news there. I just put it back down. It's from 1989.
Yeah.
Like I said, it seemed like there was anything interesting in there.
Alright, let's fucking...
Yeah.
Where's Chad? Is Chad with us,
door.
or is he fucking mosey?
Chad's
No,
at the
I'm
end.
hanging out at the door.
He's on moseying. Let's
Yeah, okay.
mosey on up.
Let's mosey. Pass Without Trace is still on, so
Yeah.
I don't know now that we're in the room if we need to do new ones.
No,
or the
you guys
fact
all
that it's
rolled
a new campaign, a new fucking session.
Yeah, no, you guys rolled pretty well actually last time, so that's fine. And I think it's like you probably have like 45 minutes left, more than likely, if it's an hour long.
Yeah,
because you only just cast it, more or less.
I cast it the second that I saw that red light.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you guys
Of
have
the,
about 45 minutes of that left. So yeah, even those emergency lights, as you guys walk through, even like they flicker a bit, like and get duller, thanks to Ben's druidic magic.
Juicy.
You see, actually, no, because it's druid magic, you know, some of the mold that's on the ceiling starts to go over the light a little bit.
There's old black mold.
There's some black mold on that light.
It starts talking to Ben. Come closer.
I know your tricks, mold.
And
Shucks, he got us.
Anne and Ben, probably give me a perception check as you guys are just walking down. What's Ed up to? You heading down as well, Ed? Or?
Yeah, I'll follow. I'm gonna pick up a newspaper and just start reading through it.
Yeah, you actually remember like some of these events, and I mean, most of you lived in Null Shore all your lives, so you've heard stories about some of the shit and the areas that are mentioned and like the big events. And there's probably, you know, a newspaper about you, Ed, opening up your own like business for.
Hey,
yeah,
that's me.
Yeah, it's like a young Ed on the front page.
That's a good picture.
What year do you think you opened that up?
Who fucking knows? Ed doesn't.
Yeah. You have to look at your own sign established in whatever. Sorry, what were those rolls?
I pretty much have to look at my license to remember when I was born. So.
Yeah, I hear that.
I got an 18.
18?
Got a 17.
17? The room to the right has a plaque that says staff, and the room to the left beyond security has a little plaque that says subject rooms. And sorry,
That's not foreboding at
the
all.
room where Josh, the doors that Josh is standing in front of say main hallway above it.
Shit. Well, when are we going in? I mean, I
I
feel
want to
like
look at the subject room.
I feel like the staff room's just gonna have old sandwiches or something.
Gross. That
So
I
we
can't
should check
handle.
that first.
Did somebody say sandwiches?
No,
Yeah,
Chad,
in the
you're
staff
better
room.
than that.
I thought that was the black mold talking again.
Chad's posting on TikTok like, I'm going to eat this 30-year-old sandwich.
Going live in 20 minutes.
I would stop talking to you as Anne.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah, let's is the door locked for the Subjecticus Rumius?
No, the main door is not locked. It's only like a single door that goes in there like with a proper door. Old like wooden.
It's not a slender door.
Yeah, it's not a sliding door. These are all regular doors with doorknobs and shit.
Barn door.
On the outside, it's got the fucking hinges or the slide rails, whatever. Yeah, the hallway, the door opens up to a little kind of narrow hallway, probably 5 feet wide, for the sake of D&D. Not that anything's going to happen. Who knows? It's probably 50, 60 feet. Let's say 60 feet to the end of the hallway, and only a few more emergency lights are in here. Along the right-hand side of the wall are 6 doors, and along the left-hand side of the wall are 5 doors. The first door actually is kind of partially open, and there's an emergency light on in there, and it looks like you see some old CRT monitors, and it kind of looks, at a glance, it looks like some kind of monitoring room, like something to keep track of everything. But even the hallway is kind of like, it still has this like heavy musty smell with dust, and every now and then you see like a dead rodent and
uncooked.
Yeah, that's kind of what you make out from where you are.
Are we in the subject room now?
Subject rooms, you're in the hallway, like you and Anne are kind of looking at.
So we open the subject room
door, and there's a hallway
and then
that's
there's a
lined
hallway
with doors.
Yeah.
And one of them's a monitoring station, probably for the other rooms. I'm gonna walk down the hallway and like cautiously, but gonna see if there's windows on these doors. I'm gonna just do a like peek in all the rooms.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna check the monitoring room to see if it's like in a prism where you have to like kind of hit each room to kind of unlock the doors.
Yeah, for sure. We'll keep those perception rolls because that only just happened, so that's fine, and you guys did pretty well.
Ed's gonna go to another door.
Yep. Which door? Outside? You mean in the main entrance area?
No. Like down. Didn't Anne just say she was going to a door?
Yes. I got you. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna creep down the hallway and like peek in if there's windows through the doors.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I have a paranoia that there's like animals that were kept in here or something.
And you.
Ed nonchalantly walks down past it.
Ed is like, it's like,
okay, yeah. And creeps slowly.
Yeah, and you do see tiny windows. These doors, these 5 and 5 doors on each side, seem more reinforced. They're made out of steel, unlike the kind of wooden door that you just walked through. A little tiny window looks into each room. Below the window is like a slat, like an iron slat you can slide open to, probably for food trays or something like that. And above it, you see subject 1, and then you look over your oh my God, you look over your shoulder and see subject 2 on the one behind you. You look to the next one, it's 3, 5, 7, 9, etc.
There's cells.
And inside you're only kind of seeing through the emergency lighting or whatever. So it's incredibly dark, but the interior seems like it's it's not that gross cream color by the looks of it. Like it has some kind of paint on the walls and stuff like that, but that's kind of what you make out from just kind of in looking at these doors.
Okay.
And Ben, you kind of creak open this door to the monitoring room. You do see a panel on the, like, as soon as you get in and you see like this desk with like a bunch of CRT monitors on it, there is a panel to your left with room numbers and these huge like analog little levers to open or close.
Like switches.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any videos into each cell, or is there a button that might change?
Yeah, there's like a
video?
little computer setup. Nothing is turned on. There's no, like, none of the monitors are powered up or anything like that.
It's unlikely that it'll work because we're on backup power right now, but I will try and turn the computer on.
Yeah, you press like the huge fucking button on the massive tower beneath the desk, and nothing. It's got like the, what was it? Not the 3.5 inch. What were the bigger ones? The 5 1/4.
5 1/4.
Yeah, floppy drive.
5.5. Who knows?
It's got.
So what you're saying is it's from Ben's era with his flip phone.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
No. This computer doesn't have a ripcord. Like, you don't have to prime the oil into the computer.
Josh, you hear like an echo. Something echoes down the hallway, like something a little bit metallic, kind of. You hear like a clatter and
Like from beyond the doors or behind me?
from beyond, like, yeah, beyond the doors. You barely kind of hear this kind of echo as it's coming down the hallway. Yeah, but Ben, there's no power there, and Ed, you kind of see the same thing Anne sees. Ed, are you just going like, or either of you?
I'm gonna open the door if it opens.
None of them open, but they do have like a little keyhole on them.
When I don't know how it operates, if the computer functions as the lock, but if I hear Ed pushing at a door, just kind of poke my head out to see which one he's at, and then try and click the corresponding. Because if it's like an analog dial, I don't know what that.
Yeah, each one is like a little lever that, like, up or down, and you flick it, and you hear like something clicking inside the panel, but you don't hear a door unlock or anything.
Flip the switch, Igor.
And you would have noticed.
Do you have any lightning juice? Any electricity?
I mean,
anything that I have would kind of like tap me pretty hard.
let me have a little look-see.
Anne is also, or not Anne, Sinead is also in charge of, she's got a sidekick. Yeah, Paige is her official sidekick. I'll still do the Paige
Just a full-blown
bullshit, but she'll do whatever Sinead decides to do.
best friends.
Which best friend? And as
Could I try and pick the door? Sorry.
oh yeah, sorry, go right ahead. Roll your thieves tools. But Anne, you would have noticed the only room that seems different, Subject 7's room. You also would have noticed in the back of these rooms, I mean, each room does have like a little bed, a little cot, like you can kind of make that out. And some of them have blankets and stuff like that. And each room has a giant window in the back, but you see a reflection of the door. Like you see it's a one-way mirror situation. About 10 feet up in each of these rooms, as you kind of look through, you see a reflection of the light coming through this door. That's kind of how you know it's mirrored. But as you're looking through, and as Ben is kind of asking about the lightning juice, you see Subject 7's room. There's huge gashes in the floor and along the wall, and this mirrored window on the back is actually smashed out, and you see there is like some kind of other room up there that has like those gross cream colored walls, and there's an emergency light up there that's on, so you can kind of make out that, you know, there is something beyond that. But this is the only room it seems something happened probably inside of this room.
Okay. I'm gonna call Ed over then immediately. Hey, look at this. Fucking like observation
asbestos.
windows in the fucking... No, man, not the building supplies. Think about what the building was for.
Oh, fuck.
These
Killing
are
people because it was made with asbestos. Shit's fucking dangerous.
maybe even a little bit faster than that. These are fucking prison cells for sure.
I was thinking more like a psychiatric ward, but
It does have big
prison works too.
It does have big psych ward vibes. Like that is the, if I were to give this a feeling, that is kind of the vibe this area gives off.
And it's not very bright.
It's okay.
Secret prisons. In the
Yeah, fuck it. Secret prisons, yeah.
Secret prison. Does this door open?
It's also locked, yeah. Oh wait, what did you roll? Sorry, did you roll for 3 swords?
Oh, this was a fucking 9, but that was a different door.
Sure, roll again. Why not? Fuck it.
That's much better. That's a 23.
23, hell yeah. Yeah, 20 would be the threshold to open that. And yeah, Ed, you kind of get down and start tinkering, and you feel the latch open, and the door opens into the room.
I'd like to note that I'm being very careful not to disturb any of the asbestos-containing materials.
There's a heavy dust on the floor. You don't know if it's asbestos or not.
Ah, fuck, we're all already dead.
In 30 years.
Yeah, don't worry about it now.
You said the window. You said the observation window things were like 10 feet off the ground?
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
Okay. So like hard to climb up into.
And
Seems
it's
like
also
a strange height for observation.
There's no glass on the floor in here also. I mean, there's a couple of shards, but the whole thing is smashed out, right? So
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about trying to like crawl up there somehow, but that seems pretty high.
I bet we could convince that Chad guy to go up there.
Oh, he's pretty nimble.
I was thinking he was probably pretty drunk, but that works too.
Chad be nimble, Chad be drunk.
Chad
stand
slip on the
this
glass
trunk.
and lose a chunk.
Oh, fuck.
I'll yell out to Chad.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's anybody here. I'm just gonna yell out to Chad. It's like, Chad!
Yeah, I mean, you guys aren't terribly far, to be honest.
Maybe you should be a little bit quieter, man. And Chad's gonna have
You
like
just yelled.
I whisper yelled.
Stage whisper.
It's,
Yeah.
If I heard you, it's the same level.
Just give me a minute. And I'll push open the left door so I could stick my head through the middle and see what's down the right hallway, trying to see if I can see what made that metallic sound.
Yeah, the hallway it goes quite far down that way, and you see that there's a few more doors, and then it kind of curves off out of your line of sight. You don't see anything obvious, and there's also, again, very few, very limited amounts of light down that way. I guess
all right.
technically it would seem a little brighter because you guys are still in the pass without a trace radius, so it's slightly brighter, but you can tell it's still dark as fuck.
Cool. Chad's gonna realize that everybody has left this hallway / room that he's the only one now in, and go, where the fuck did you guys go? And duck back to the subject room because it's the only open door now.
Yeah.
Be like, whoa, what'd you need, bro?
Go up there.
All right, but just so you guys know, I think I heard something down that other hallway. I'll go have a look over here now, though. And
No, that's fine. It was probably just us echoing.
Jesus. Yeah, I'll hardcore parkour up to that window.
Amazing.
The hallway door, did Chad leave it open or did he shut it behind him?
They're on swivels, so they just...
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it would have closed like behind me.
Or do you mean subject 7? Or, not subject, the subject
When
room.
he was looking... No, when he was looking through where he said that hallway, I just kind of like look at, is it one of those like
If it didn't close behind Chad on its own, Chad would have closed it.
Yeah.
I'm picturing like a kitchen for like a site up in Alberta or something.
Yeah,
Like,
that's pretty much it. They they just like if Chad peeked out, as soon as he moved back, it just would have swung back into place from where.
Okay. So is it? I'm just wondering. Like, I want to shift into a like a rat real quick.
Ooh.
Would there be enough room for me to make it through, or would I have to go through
Yeah.
the door then shift into a rat?
No, a rat could definitely squeeze through. Yeah, for sure.
All right. I'll be right back, guys. And I'm going to turn into a rat-sized deer for the sake of Ed.
Jesus.
You fucking
I think he's gonna get eaten, guys.
Is he a house hippo?
They're real. They're
Alright,
just
I-
druids.
I redact my previous statement. I change into a house hippo,
Oh, yeah.
as this
Yes.
is a Canadian podcast.
You are
Preferred
now a
wild
house
shape.
hippo.
So I'm a house hippo, and I will make my way
Yeah.
down the hall,
You
perceiving as I go.
head out through and you kind of squeeze your way through the little double doors. Chad, give me a athletics to see if you can kind of
Oh, you don't want acrobatics instead?
unless
Can't
you're
kick
trying
off
to
a wall.
if you kick off a wall, sure, acrobatics, that seems like an acrobatic
Yeah, like
thing.
gonna backflip into the wall behind me and then jump up.
Fucking parkour. Parkour.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
If you don't get a 20, you're gonna take damage. What'd you get?
You want to know what I got?
A 1.
I got
Nat
20.
one, please.
No, 18 plus 7 is 25.
Oh shit. Okay.
yeah.
Because
Uh,
there is shattered glass still in this window.
Oh, With my flip flops on, it was perfect.
Yeah, you guys, you know, I have to go to a different page. You guys circumvented a bit of the facility here. You fucking backflip off of one wall and land like perfectly through the shards of glass, and you kind of land on glass, but your flip flops protect you. You see
Yeah.
a line of windows obviously going into all these subject rooms, and it kind of like goes around the corner. You can reckon to the other side with more windows. There are tables set up in front of every window with chairs there, and you see like a few notepads kind of just like laid about, but there's chairs kind of like near the window you just jump through. The table has been smashed up against the wall, and the chairs are kind of all over the place. There's a few chairs like near the back as well, and some like an old coffee pot is there with like half a thing of old ass fucking coffee mud at this point. Over time, actually, it's probably just dry.
yeah, it's completely dry.
Yeah.
1989.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense. It's not how. It's not how
It
it
depends on
works.
how well sealed this room was. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's kind of, and you see these huge gashes on the floor around this smashed window, and back along the wall you see another gash, and there's like these deep stains on this kind of light, gross minty green creamy color, like these blood splatters along the wall.
I
Find anything?
think some bad shit happened up here, guys. There's
Does it look clawy?
yeah, lots of claws, some blood, some more claws, an old coffee pot. I think the coffee pot's what I'm most worried about. There's no coffee. When you kill the Joe, you got to make some mo.
If you want to do a perception check as well while they're up there.
Yeah, sure. I think I would also like look through the windows to see what was actually inside.
Yep.
That's an 8.
An 8, amazing. Each room looks the same, like as you kind of go window to window. There's, yeah, pretty much what I said before, like a bunch of random fucking tables, like someone was taking notes, like observing, you know what I mean, obviously. In fact, when you like with your 8, you kind of get distracted and look over your shoulder and you see like a plaque that says observation room. In this
Hey guys, I think this is the observation room.
Checks out.
See, I
checks
told you
out.
he's drunk.
You hear the crack of a beer. Slightly fizzy because I did a backflip.
Hey Ben,
Oh, Ben's long gone.
Oh, right. Post hippoing away.
He found some
alright.
lint or whatever they make their nests out of.
God, I'm looking for some peanut butter and Doritos. Chad,
Yeah.
is there like a ladder up there or something?
Oh, I have a rope in my bag.
Fuck. Too old for this shit.
Riggs.
All right, clears.
Riggs.
Clears.
Too old for this shit.
I'm 2 days away from
Clear
retirement.
some of the glass out of the way.
I'm gonna give Ed a pat on his shoulder and say, "You got this, buddy," and cast guidance.
Nice.
Yeah. I will. What's the floor made out of? Is it just like a wooden floor?
It's like, yeah, linoleum, like this old linoleum, gross kind of whitish, grayish color.
Cool.
Nothing but orange shag carpet.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
Thick orange shag everywhere.
I think Chad
It's,
wanted like.
they're 1 foot square commercial tile flooring.
Perfect.
They
But
are
I
asbestos containing materials.
yeah.
It's
Just because I know that
it's fucking
yeah.
obsessed.
I know that Ed's worried about the asbestos, so I want to like jam my knife down into the floor to like loop the rope around.
Oh, right.
You bad man.
Yeah.
So you're
And then throw it down to him and then like wrap it around my own waist. So, like the knife is kind of like the pulley point of it, but like I'm holding the weight.
Oh, okay, I got you. Cool. Ed, if you want to make athletics with advantage to get up there,
Ooh, advantage.
with the help of Chad. And what are you doing? Are you going up, or are you just gonna?
I'm gonna
I
give
got
her
a
a
9.
go, but I'm gonna watch Ed try first.
Okay, good.
You got a 9 with advantage? What?
Oh yeah.
Brutal.
Wait, you didn't. How did you get advantage?
With the help
I'm
of
helping
Chad.
With the rope. And you
Oh.
had guidance too, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
guidance
just
gives
for
you
the
a
guidance.
D4.
Oh, I thought it was advantage.
Yeah, advantage and
Last
guidance.
time I listened to the DM.
Advantage and guidance. I
No, he
forgot.
said it was for the rope. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about the guidance.
Oh. Oh, well, in that case, that's an 11.
11. That's enough to climb a rope 10 feet. Sure.
love to see it.
11 just makes it.
Alright.
I
It
see him
just takes fucking forever.
I see him struggling, so like I reach the hand out, like, "Hey man, I can help you up."
Yeah, yeah.
I fucking got it.
As he's like halfway through the window, I grab like the waistband, like the belt, to pull him over the last little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
You young whippersnapper.
And are you gonna give it a go?
I'm gonna help. Is Paige with us?
Oh shit, yeah, Paige is there too. She's been just kind of like looking around the
With
whole
me.
time.
She's just been, yeah. So I'm gonna help Paige first. And cast guidance on her as well.
So she'll get advantage with guidance,
Okay.
and then you can roll for yourself if you want.
Yeah. Ooh,
And then we'll.
good job, Paige.
Hell yeah.
23.
Oh fuck yeah! Paige is like, I've got this.
Oh,
She-
sorry, no. Was that athletics?
Yeah.
22. She has a -1.
Fuck it,
But-
just as good.
Yeah.
Just as good.
Okay, and then I'm gonna guidance myself.
Hell yeah.
And do I get advantage for the rope?
Yeah, with the rope. Yeah, you get advantage.
Sick. All right. Oh, Paige really did me dirty on that one. I got. Hang on.
With guidance.
Yeah, with guidance. I got 8.
Got an 8. You like are trying to get up so badly, and Paige is like reaching down. She's like, just one more foot, and just another. You almost can reach my hand. You're almost there.
You know what? I'll go find Ben. It's fine, guys.
Hey,
It's fine.
wait, you
I'm sure we
just
can
tie the rope around yourself, and me and Ed can pull you up.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
What's Paige's passive? I don't have it open. I should have, but I didn't.
Perception 12.
12. Paige, like, as she gets up and she like struggles to help you, she's like, Oh, it looks like there's actually a staircase there. You might be able to go around.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Chad rolled an 8, so. But yeah, she points out, Anne, that there is a staircase. Ben, tiny.
That's why we're best friends.
Yeah, tiny hippo Ben.
Yes.
You are, for all intents and purposes, we'll say you have rat stats or whatever. Or
Yes.
you keep your intelligence, obviously.
Rat stats.
Rat
Yeah, like it's the same
stats.
perception.
So yeah, give me a perception check as you're heading down this hallway. It's a massive
All right.
fucking hallway.
I rolled really well because when I first made the move in, I thought you said give me A, so I rolled, but then you said Josh, give me A. Can I keep my roll?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's fine.
Because I too rolled a 25, 17
Ooh.
plus 8 for my perception.
Yeah. The hallway's about. Oh god, you're a tiny rat. The hallway looks about 100 feet wide and 100 feet tall.
Yeah, that
tracks. Rats have pretty good vision, I would imagine, because they're, fairly nocturnal. Maybe they're not nocturnal, but they.
The house hippos only come out at night.
Yeah, oh
so.
yeah, house hippos exactly only come out at night. Fucking great point.
It's true.
Amazing point to make. House
Verified
hippos have
facts.
dark sight. Fuck it.
That is a part of our heritage.
Yeah.
We're building a house hippo monster here right now.
We have to.
Live.
Oh, that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have 2 hit points because hippos can take a fucking bullet and be fine. So the house hippo's got to be pretty tough, right?
Yeah.
This
Throws
minuscule
fast as
creature also
fuck.
has a strength of 18.
You actually just pushed the doors open.
Yeah. You wake up some mornings and your whole bedroom is rearranged.
It doesn't have a swim speed because it doesn't need to swim. It just runs across the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only light sources you see, Ben, are actually in front of doorways. There's no other light sources in these halls, but that isn't an issue for the house hippo. You do see kind of close to the entrance to your left is you see a door going like immediately as soon as you kind of exit these main doors. There's like a little door to your left, and then down further the hallway as you kind of like pitter patter down this massive hallway. You feel you're awfully close to the ground, so you do feel like a bit of a vibration, like a very, very slight vibration in the floor.
Yes, my tremor sense picks it up.
Yeah, of course, house hippos have tremor sense too. Blind sight as well. Yeah, you see another set of doors that has like outside of it, it's got an old shitty, not illuminated anymore Red Cross sign in front of these doors. And then there's some heavy steel reinforced with huge riveted bolts, another set of doors. The sign is, although your perception's pretty good. One is obviously the medical room. It says medical on it. And the heavy steel doors say refraction chamber. And then at the end, as you curve around a little bit past the refraction chamber doors, you see another end to this hallway. And it says East Wing on these doors. And these ones aren't swinging. These are actually like closed. The only swinging ones, actually, just to clarify, are the ones in the main hallway. That was it.
So the med bay is not a swinging door. That's also a locked door?
Yeah, it's just like a single...
Or like a latch door?
Yeah, a single wooden old 70s.
Is there any gap underneath it that... Because we know that house hippos, when they're not moving, act as a non-Newtonian fluid, and
they're like cats.
Just like cats.
Secret life of Alex Mack, their way under the door.
Give me like there's a very slight gap. Give me I don't know if they're like mice and rats where they're like
Give me a nostalgia roll.
they can fit through anywhere their head can fit through. Give me an acrobatics.
A battle boats roll.
A battle, yeah. Give me a battle. We're gonna get back in a battle boat soon.
All right, I actually have to find the rat stats then because there's nothing for acrobatics. You're welcome.
Uh,
I have a +1 acrobatics as a rat, and I rolled an 18.
Oh,
which gives
shit.
me 19 total.
easy to do. It wasn't a high DC, and you make your way underneath this little door. You see a huge, it's hard to tell at this close if it's a wall or just like a huge fucking desk or something. And then you kind of pitter patter and you see a bunch of kind of fairly tossed. There's some cots on wheels that are kind of, some are out in the middle of the room. There are those little curtain runners along the ceiling. Some of them have curtains attached and a lot of them are torn and on the ground. It looks like you see like points on the floor as well where like maybe something was dragged out of the room, like huge cabinets or something, something large was moved because there's that fucking spot on the floor where you can tell. It just seems like a bit of a mess in here. You're pretty close to the ground and that's kind of at a glance, that's what you're seeing.
All right, so I'm sure it's going to be difficult to kind of have a vantage, but does it look like the furniture drag marks? Does it look like something was attempting to barricade against the door?
Roll an insight using like Ben's insight, because that feels like it makes sense. I don't know if that's how wild shape works, but
all right, I rolled a 2, so 10.
You don't see anything near the door, so you probably not. Like there's no debris or any random bullshit, you know what I mean?
Okay. Nothing else interesting here.
If you go further in, you're kind of like near this whatever hall. Like
so this is a massive room. I was just picturing like
it's
the nurse's office at a high school.
No, it's like from a house hippo perspective, it's like you walked a little bit, there's something huge to your left and a wall to your right, and then the wall probably like 10 feet away, 15 feet away, stops, and then you walk around the corner and you look and it looks like it goes on like quite a little bit with all these cots and stuff laid out like almost like a barracks type situation, but like medical, you know what I mean?
All right. I will run the length to see if there's any bodies on the gurneys. And if not, I'll just leave.
Yeah, you don't see any bodies. It doesn't look like some of them are tipped over. Some of them are still in place. And then as you turn around, you now recognize that this thing was actually a very tall counter, like a check-in desk.
Okay.
There's a cabinet behind, like near this check-in desk. The glass is kind of smashed out of the front of this cabinet, and like a huge, to you, it's ginormous metal. Another metal cabinet is on its side. Kind of looks like it was attempted to be dragged somewhere, and then it just fucking got left there or fell or whatever.
What's in it? Does it look like it was opened, or where it's met? Is it like a safe looking thing?
If you walk,
filing cabinet.
If you walk up there and go around to the other side, it looks like a filing cabinet, and then the huge cabinet that's still standing with the glass smashed out of the front of it looks like they stored supplies and stuff in there.
Okay. Can I read anything on the filing cabinet? So like when it's tipped over, is like
it's sideways.
Like what's on it? Is it facing up or is it to the side for me to be able to read? Or
yeah, it's like if you just took a filing cabinet and tipped it onto its side, so the drawers are all sideways. There's no
okay.
There's no fonts. There's no writing or label or anything on it.
Fuck. All right. So he said the sound that he heard was metal.
Yeah.
All right. As the house hippo with its exorbitant strength, I'm going to do a charge at the metal cabinet to make a noise. And then do a perception check around the room to see if anything reacts.
Amazing. Yeah, give me a charge. You got to get 20 inches away, I guess, because you're tiny.
Yes. Yes. Charge attack with rat stats.
Rat stats.
All right, I rolled a 15 minus 3. Now listen, a rat strength is 2. I feel like a house hippo should have at least a 10.
I'll say that the house hippo has 5. That's what I'll say.
All right.
Fucking, you, no matter what, you dink off of this. It doesn't echo out very much. You just gotta. It doesn't move at all. Like obviously, it's fucking massive compared to a house hippo.
Fuck. All right. Okay. Nothing really jumps out at me in this room, so I will squeech under the door. Ugh. I'll just run the length of the hallway and then make my way back.
Yeah, it's just those east.
Like I'll run down just to kind of like I'll basically like do a perimeter of the room, which as a house hippo will probably take me 3 days.
Yeah. The hallway again, it's just east wing doors, and then you start to scamper back. You pass the refraction chamber, the medical. Oh wait, that was medical. Sorry, the refraction chamber, and then you're back to see like the main hall doors, and then this other door that now you can kind of see that you're on an angle up from it. Says observation viewing room. And as you're like walking around, you hear this like, and then you the lights but kind of flicker, and it doesn't sound like it was in this area. It sounded kind of muffled, like maybe it was coming from some other. It's hard to distinguish, but something echoes out a little bit, and the lights kind of start to flicker. And you're kind of scampering as a little house hippo, and you see a little black globule, just a faint black globule, float up gently and dissipate.
Fuck, does it look familiar? Like
it looks like the Sixth Arcana globule, but just this little faint, ever so, because you would only notice because you're so close to the ground, and then it dissipates a couple of centimeters away.
All right, I'm gonna make my way up the observation.
The stairs are way too big for a house hippo. Impossibly.
Oh, there's stairs.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I meant to say, yeah, it's a staircase going up. Yeah. So as you squeeze under the door.
I imagined a ramp.
No, as you squeeze under the door, you see like this huge staircase, and you're just like, shit.
Well, fuck. I didn't see anything hazardous to humans apart from the Sixth Arcana. So I will bend up and walk up over the stairs.
For sure. Yep. You bamf back. You see, as you actually turn, Anne opens the door, and she like sees you like.
She would have got smashed. She would have got like hit in the face with like flecks of house hippo because, as we've previously discussed, when I wild shape, I actually explode into my other form. Right. The other one is
little hoof or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, and this is where you were going to meet them up those stairs.
I'm just going to kind of point back down into the med bay. There's a filing cabinet back there. I didn't really want to unhippo on my own.
All right. We'll check it out on the way back. I think they found some weird shit up in something busted out of there.
Also, just take a look at this, and I'm going to kind of like get down on my hands and knees like towards the grout. I don't know if this is Sixth Arcana or asbestos bubbles.
Hard to tell. Right?
And
for Christ's sake, don't say anything near Ed.
I feel like Ed's the wrong person to ask this, so I don't know if you want to grab.
Can I?
Did you say asbestos?
Ed knows a guy.
Yeah.
Can I roll survival to see if it's asbestos?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think you roll survival after you decide it's asbestos.
23.
Yeah, you get down, like both you and Ben are just kind of like on your hands and knees, like really close to the floor, and you see this faint little globule, and then disappears.
That's when Ed comes around the corner when they're both down on their hands and knees looking at something on the floor.
Get away from the asbestos!
That's the real big bad. Big bad asbestos guy.
Yeah.
Does it start with an E?
Campaign.
I don't even know.
Very modern campaign. The real big bad evil guy is carcinogens.
I had a question for Ben. Emmett didn't know the forest protector because the forest protector had disappeared before Emmett came to Null Shore, right?
Yes.
Do you know how long Emmett's been in Null Shore?
Would Ben know that, or is that a history check, or...
You didn't know growing up. You never saw. Actually, yeah. Give me a history. Yeah, let's do history. Maybe you did. Let's find out. Let's make it up right now.
Rolled a 12, but I ain't that smart. +1, 13.
Okay. As a kid, you never noticed anything, and then as soon as you got back to Null Shore, that's kind of when he started. Actually, it was after you got some.
It was after I got back and I got my tattoos.
Yeah,
that I
that's
actually
what I was
met
going to say.
him.
After you got back and got your
Okay.
tattoos, that you
I
actually.
just didn't know if he had mentioned how long he'd been in the mountains.
He probably would have, if you have ever asked him. With a 13, he probably would have said he doesn't remember a time not being here. Basically, like he's kind of always just kicked around this area.
I guess he's always been here. He's old as rocks.
All right. Chasing dumb leads as usual.
Yeah. Okay, so, is there anything... Yeah, what did the boys find?
Ed,
Asbestos.
you were up. Ed and Chad are upstairs with Paige. What are you guys doing as the house hippo was on an adventure and Anne was kind of heading back? And if there was anything else you wanted to do before you made your way out there, let me know.
No,
Okay.
just heading up the stairs.
Ben and Chad, what are you guys up to up there? Kind of before you get downstairs.
Where do the stairs lead down to?
Just down to where the main hallway is, more or less.
Oh, just like another door off of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
There's no other doorways up here or anything like that. It's just literally just like an observation tunnel.
Yeah, like again, you walk around to the other side and you see this side is actually not fucking wrecked with like tables all over the place and stuff like that. And you see like little writing desks more or less, right? And chairs. And then behind them are kind of more comfortable looking leather sofas and stuff like that with little like tea or coffee areas. But
Is there any like papers left around?
give me a perception check. Why not?
19.
19, yeah. You see a lot of the desks have papers. Not a lot of them have writing. You come back around to where Chad is having a beer, like coiling his rope. And the desk that's like flung against the wall, you find like you just move the desk and there's like this little clipboard, not a space clipboard, a regular clipboard with some paper on it. And it looks like it's like detailed notes, like there's some kind of observation notes on here.
Do they mention anything about the room number 7?
They do. I can read it out if you'd like what it says.
No, that's okay.
Okay. Delete.
Yes, please.
Goodbye, lore.
It's gone forever.
Yeah.
I mean, if Ed doesn't read it, if that's in character for Ed,
No, Ed will read it.
by all means, don't let me get in the way. The clipboard actually has like a little spray of blood across it as well. And you see the date 1984 06-15, subject 7 - isolation. Subject 7 has been in isolation after the incident in the examination room 2 days ago. We don't think the doctor will make it through another night. The experiment will continue. This just proves our theories. There's something about this mirrored dimension that has a very real effect on living things. We will continue with blood infusions from Discovery A and track progress. Until then, nobody unarmed will be granted visitation to Subject 7. And then a month later, after that, is the next date. Subject 7 - awareness. Subject 7 has spent a few years here in the facility, but it's only lately they've shown a wild eagerness for freedom, a subject we've never introduced. It's possible that some form of intelligence transference is occurring between Discovery A and Subject 7. This is a major concern. If Subject 7 becomes innately aware of the power of Discovery A, none of us will truly be safe to continue this experimentation. Then another month later, Subject A dash a name. Subject 7 has shown a great interest in having a name, a topic we've never brought up or referenced to. We take great strides to not refer to subjects or doctors by any given name, but Subject 7 has become fiercely intelligent. They seem to want to form their own identity to become they become enraged when the topic is not given attention. We've begun remote monitoring with no interference. All other subjects have been moved to the North Wing rooms. Subject 7 claims that they miss their friends. None of the subjects have ever met face to face. It's possible the infusions of Discovery A have granted Subject 7 some kind of telekinesis, or maybe something less sophisticated. And then the final note on this clipboard is another a week later after that last one, and it's called Subject 7 dash disappearance. Subject 7 vanished without a trace. The door was locked. The camera in the room started shorting out with a burst of static. When it restored, the subject was gone. I currently sit where I usually do in this room this time of the week and observe Subject 7's room. I'm making a note now to bring it up with facilities that there seems to be a crack in Subject 7's window. It's too far up to be concerned that they would get up here. It might be a good time to clean Subject 7's room until we can triangulate their position. Some kind of mold forming.
Exceptional prop work.
Thank
I
you.
wasn't looking, I'm so sorry.
I had a clipboard out the whole time.
Look back.
Oh, yeah, I'll edit and I'll see all this.
All right, guys, so that's what the clipboard says.
Okay.
When did the first guy go missing?
I don't remember.
Which guy do you mean?
Don't you live in this town? Because there was.
Oh, Elias?
Yeah, that's the one.
A few months ago.
Oh,
A few
okay,
months ago.
So it wasn't years ago. Never mind.
No.
Did anyone go missing back then? Like, do I remember anything about people going missing in the 80s?
Give me
Haven't people always gone missing from Null Shore? Isn't that part of the mythos?
Yeah, Ed, if you want to do a history check, but people sometimes do kind of just a lot of
History check. Natural one. Yes, people have gone missing.
brutal, absolutely brutal.
No, I got a 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You remember growing up, your parents would warn you about, you'd have to stick with your friends, and there's, boogeymen out in the woods, but you kind of passed it off as just your parents trying to watch out for you. And then as you got older, like, people would come into the resorts and stuff like that, and some of the people would go missing and they'd have a search. It wasn't too frequent, but that's kind of what you vaguely remember.
Is there a trail of like obvious destruction of this beast that escaped?
It seems like, yeah, it smashed through the window. The claw mark is against the opposite side, like where the desk was overturned. And then it's kind of a scattering going towards that observation kind of area. Or the staircase, I should say. The staircase to the main.
Oh, down where we came from? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, what's the plan from here? Some spooky experimentation subjects, etc.
I mean, I still think that there could be something in the filing cabinet.
Oh yeah, let's go back down and check that.
Yeah, you guys walk.
Well, I mean, isn't Ben down there? Ben!
No, Ben's right here.
He turns around. I'm literally
Pay
right behind him.
attention.
Oh, sorry, I was reading his clipboard.
I heard you. You talk out loud when you read?
Yeah, I'm old.
Yeah, there's you guys see the same things. Again, these emergency lights are now kind of only outside of the main door areas. You see this unilluminated cross outside of medical, the large steel doors labeled refraction chamber, and then way down you see the east wing. But you open the door to the medical, it's not locked or anything, and you walk inside and see the little desk check-in counter looks much shorter than Ben remembers.
Three of us can fit in.
Yeah. The door easily kind of opens. There's the check-in desk. Beyond it, rows of cots, like I said. I don't think I think that's pretty much it. You see the broken, smashed medical cabinet, the overturned filing cabinet, a bunch of cots and shit like that, and kind of looks a bit of a mess, and like something was frantically being taken out of here at some point in time.
Is there any morphine or other drugs in the medical cabinet?
Give me investigation if you want to take a look. It's pretty easy to upright the filing cabinet, and it's not locked or anything like that.
I got 16.
16 is great. You find a nice little medical kit on D&D Beyond. You can add a small medical kit to your inventory.
Sick.
You see a bunch of smashed vials. Like there's a ton of just broken shit inside this cabinet. A lot of stuff looks like it was kind of, I don't know, smash and grab type situation. But a 16, you find like this little rack, and it has like a bunch of broken vials, and it says Zerophropine. You see it's Xeropphropene, Zerophropine. Zerophropine, sure. Why did I make this so difficult for myself? There's one vial, and it looks like this black liquid inside. It kind of like, not quite like coagulated blood or anything like that. It like kind of moves around inside of it. But most of them are smashed. But you find the medical kit, and you find that one vial.
In Chad's extensive drug use, would he know what Zerophropine is?
I won't make you roll. You've never heard of that in your life.
Perfect.
Zerophropine. Get Zerophropine today. Ask your doctors about Zerophropine.
I just looked at the half-life of morphine. It's like 1 week on refrigerator.
Oh yeah, it would not be good. Ed,
What?
you're old. You take drugs like you got that like weekly container, right? Like Monday to Saturday, where you just pop it up. You know what this is?
You're forgetting 1 day a week, but yeah, let me have a look.
That's because Sunday's the Lord's Day. You don't need drugs on that day.
Only recreational drugs on Sunday.
And if you get
that has its own special container.
And if you get high enough on a intelligence
Sunday.
Medicine?
Yeah,
Or
medicine. Sorry,
investigation?
medicine. Yeah, if you get high enough on a medicine, I forgot medicine. I've been reading so much fucking Savage Worlds, you guys. I forgot medicine existed in D&D.
Define high enough.
Like a 25,
Like-
a natural 20.
6?
Yeah,
A 6?
6 was the lucky number. You do it. No, you've never fucking heard about this in your life.
No, I've never been given that one.
Yeah, Ben and Anne, you guys write up the cabinet pages there still. She's like, this is all of this. A little bit disturbing. Kind of a bit on edge just being here. And Ben, you open up the file, and there's still files inside, and you start like kind of parsing through. If you want to give me an investigation with advantage, because Anne and Paige are there, and I would imagine they'll probably help out. But
Yes, please.
and if you're doing anything, let me know.
I want to look at those vials of black sludgy stuff.
Yeah, if you want to do a
Does-
medical check, you can.
I'm a guide myself as well.
Nice.
I was wondering if it looked anything like the black globules that were floating up from the floor.
Right. Yeah.
Dirty 20.
These are names of residents of Null Shore from late 1970s up to 1994-ish, 95-ish.
I immediately go to my family.
You see, you do see your mother's name on there. You see no one else from your family. You find, as you kind of keep looking through, you see your tattoo artist. His name is on here. With a 20.
I pull that one.
What's that?
I pull that one. I pull my mother's.
Yeah, with a 20. I want everyone except Hidgon to take off your headphones or your earbuds.
No.
Now put them in your mouth, Patrick.
You find
All right.
and Bethyl on this list. Thank you so much for listening to the No Fame podcast, Null. Sure, the best way to support our show is actually just listening to it. Amazing. You're already doing it. The second best way to support our show is by telling your friends, spreading the word, interacting with our social media, and anything similar to that. If you'd like, you can check out our Patreon. That's patreon.com/nofamepod, where you can find all kinds of bonus content like episodes, maps, homebrew content, and more. All other content can be found at nofame.ca. Thanks for listening, and we will catch you later on.
How have none of the rest of you kept playing Shadow Legends? Just me and Patrick keeping the clan up. Let's go.
As soon as the contract was over, I was out of that shit, man.
We have
I
kidding me. I
finished
literally
the
just
tutorial,
turned mine on
immediately
to get my
deleted it.
fucking dailies going.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
I can't.
I'm at level 35.
Hidgon, have you got to join the rate or the clan?
the next.
I'm only level 30. What clan you in, motherfuckers?
the
No fame.
The no fame.
NFPD.
Yeah.
Whew.
Not police department.
I got my buddy at work to join our clan. Like, come on.
I was wondering who the new person was.
But as soon as that contract was done, I was like, delete. See ya.
I'm sitting here grinding to get more rank 5 champions. Like,
Raid, if you want to sponsor us again,
yeah.
I'll re-download the app.
We're fucking into it.
Yeah.